You're listening to The Dr. Shoup Show on Freedom 95. We're changing your life with the truth about dental health you may have never heard before. See exclusive videos, hear on-demand audio anytime. Online at ddsradio.com.
You always make me.
Now, let's get to the big new use of Botox. You're listening to the Dr. Randy Shoup Show. I am your host, Dr. Randy Shoup. This information was just published in the Houston Methodist Center for Restorative Pelvic Medicine. What on earth am I looking at a pelvic medicine magazine for? It's because they're using Botox. If you are a sufferer of bladder problems, for example, if you have really, really high urgency, if there's no, you're perfectly fine, and then, oh my gosh, I have to go to the bathroom, I have to urinate, I have to pee right now. That's called urgency. If you are going to the bathroom and peeing on 15 times a day, those things really significantly screw up your life. And then the other issue pertaining to your bladder is a problem of incontinence. It's where you don't have any control over when or where or what you're doing, but you will simply become incontinent and you will simply urinate, pee, just out of the blue, no control over it whatsoever, completely out of your control. And that would have to be absolutely the worst thing possible to have to deal with. So here's the thing. The researchers looked at how Botox could help this issue, and they did two different things. One, they took, and we're all adults here, we'll talk about it, it's harsh. They took really, really long, but very, very, very skinny needles, and that had Botox in it, and they would put these needles through somebody's skin right into their bladder and inject their bladder with Botox. They got really remarkable results on the significant decrease in urgency, significant decrease in the number of times people had to go to the bathroom during the day, and they absolutely, in many, many cases, cured incontinence. Can you believe this? But there was an incredible high price to pay because you had to endure all of these really painful injections. So what else did they come up with? Get this. They can simply introduce painlessly a catheter. And they can then introduce the Botox into your bladder through the catheter. No shots, no needles, no nothing. Now, the catheterization, it's not the most fun thing on the planet, but I'm telling you, it's a lot better than a whole bunch of needle shots through your stomach down into your bladder. And guess what? Exactly the same benefits, exactly the same results. So what they found was a significantly less invasive way of introducing Botox into somebody's bladder that has really hard urgency problems, really, really high frequency problems, and those patients that this is really difficult, that are just incontinent, have no control over when they urinate at all. And it's called neurogenic bladder control problems. It's all under that whole constellation of things, but Botox gives these people remarkable, life-changing effects. So here you have something that dentists use on a day-in and day-out basis. Plastic surgeons use it on a day-in and day-out basis. But you wouldn't ever imagine that something that is supposed to be, quote, frivolous, something that is supposed to be just one of those cosmetic luxuries, and although dentistry has been using it, like I said, to cure people's headaches, and trust me, there is no luxury about being able to cure somebody's chronic migraine headaches with a couple of injections of Botox. I mean, that is just life-changing in itself, and it's really remarkable and very rewarding to be able to do that for folks. But now we have an entirely different application coming out of Houston, Texas. This has all been approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, and the use of Botox for these services, these procedures, is completely ready to go. So if you are a sufferer of any of those things, if you know somebody that suffers from these things, go to the website at ddsradio.com, go to the must read tab at the top of the page, and this program and these articles are all going to be published there for you. Look at them, download them, print them off. If you've got somebody that is suffering from these sort of issues, you know that you can go to the Dr. Randy Shoup Show as a resource. We're going to bring you not just dental info, but we're going to bring you info that will benefit and impact your life the best that we possibly can.
You're listening to the Dr. Shoup Show. Exclusive insider info, audio, and video is online now at ddsradio.com.